when I landed in Sri Lanka in June 2022 at 4 a.m. in the morning, all I saw were miles and miles of queues of cars, trucks, lorries. During the daytime, there were no signs of economic activities because everybody was queuing for food, for medicines. There were power outages. We often sat in the dark in the room because of these power outages. So Sri Lanka had only a few million, not billion, million in usable reserves left, and the fiscal coffers were depleted, forcing it to declare a payment moratorium. The most urgent challenge was to pave the way out of the crisis through measures that we negotiated as part of the support package of the IMF. The IMF program was finally approved on March 20th, 2023, and Mahinda's book and departure from the ministry, as well as my own departure from the role as IMF mission chief, today is literally my last day, coincide with the program's midpoint. In the 2 years since the program's inception, difficult but much needed reforms were undertaken with significant gains, thanks to the commitment and sacrifice of the people of Sri Lanka. Most noticeable, there are no more lines for fuel, cooking gas, and medicines, and no scheduled power outages. The economy has rebounded strongly and quickly. It grew 5% last year, and in a mere 18 months, it recovered just under half of the output that was lost from 2018 to 2023. That is a remarkable pace. Skyrocketing inflation has been halted. Tax revenues as a share of GDP are way up. So the overall macroeconomic turnaround is remarkable, even as many households are yet to feel the impact. And that is a point that ST often emphasizes. The debt relief provided by external creditors has reduced the burden the Sri Lankan people need to shoulder. Markets have rewarded Sri Lanka's reforms with sharp declines in domestic borrowing costs from a peak of 30% in 2023 to around 8% now, another amazing achievement. So responsible international market access should be within reach in the next few years. The Sri Lankan people are paying a regrettably high price for past policy missteps and insufficient preparation for the bad luck that struck. Unsustainably low taxes and sizable tax exemptions were an accident waiting to happen. The flip side of the government's enhanced ability to fund its essential services today is that taxpayers have had to shoulder a higher burden, even as they are asked to contribute commensurately with their income and wealth. Similarly, the full cost of fuel and electricity is now meant to be borne by their users without subsidies by the government. And that allows scarce public resources to be directed to priority areas such as social protection. These sacrifices are needed to ensure that Sri Lanka can extricate itself fully from its still very vulnerable position and prevent a return of the calamitous conditions experienced in 2022. The path to stable and inclusive growth and fiscal debt sustainability remains narrow, knife-edged, as I like to say. There is no room for errors. It will be important to continue to deliver revenues needed for essential government services, including by limiting tax exemptions. Keeping the reform momentum going will be key for full recovery, benefiting not only this generation, but also future ones. And the IMF will remain a steadfast partner to support Sri Lanka in securing a strong and durable recovery, improving the lives of all citizens.